Hello thrill seekers, welcome to the ultimate destination where extreme excitement meets non-stop adrenaline. Get ready for some heart-pounding, high-speed chases. Here are the most intense action moments and adrenaline-charged scenes ever captured on camera. If you came here for the ultimate thrill, buckle up, you're in the right place. You're in exactly the right place. Let's get your heart racing and keep that adrenaline pumping. On the 7th of March, 2026, in Arkansas, Arkansas Highway Patrol officers, led by Officer Daniel Harper, spotted a vehicle linked to a reported car theft moving suspiciously. When they activated their lights and attempted a traffic stop, the driver, identified as Jason Miller, refused to comply and instead accelerated, turning a routine stop into a dangerous high-speed pursuit.
Open the door! Get out on the ground now!
The pursuit quickly escalates as the vehicle pushes to extreme speeds. With sparks flying from underneath, clear signs the driver is forcing the car beyond its limits. Despite mounting pressure, the suspect refuses to slow down, showing a mix of panic and determination to escape at all costs. As officers close in, commands are shouted rapidly: get out, get on the ground, face down, hands out. At this point, the situation is fully under law enforcement control. Officers use positioning, pressure, and coordinated movement to dominate the scene, leaving the suspect with no option but to surrender. Jason Miller into custody without further incident. A search of the vehicle reveals a significant amount of drugs hidden under the passenger seat. He is then transported to Forest City Jail, facing multiple charges including vehicle theft, drug possession, fleeing law enforcement, and resisting arrest, potentially resulting in several years behind bars. On the 12th of April 2026, several law enforcement units were dispatched after spotting a suspicious vehicle linked to criminal activity moving at high speed. When officers attempted a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply and continued fleeing, forcing multiple units to coordinate a pursuit while constantly updating positions over the radio.
Number 1 lane, speed to 75.
As the pursuit escalates, the suspect pushes the vehicle harder, accelerating aggressively and weaving through lanes to shake off pursuing units. Radio traffic intensifies as officers attempt to predict his movements and cut off escape routes. Entering a busy area near a Walmart parking lot suggests the suspect is trying to use traffic and civilian presence to create confusion and gain an advantage. The situation turns critical as speeds continue to climb, ultimately leading to a serious crash. This is the direct result of losing control at high speed in an active civilian area. Even after the collision, officers must maintain pressure while managing a rapidly escalating scene. A civilian near the Walmart is injured and requires medical attention, turning the pursuit into not just a manhunt, but a race to contain a situation spiraling out of control. After sustained pursuit efforts and scene control, the suspect is ultimately taken into custody with no further ability to flee. He is identified as Brandon Cole and faces multiple serious charges, including fleeing law enforcement, reckless driving, causing a crash, and injuring a civilian. He is transported to county jail, where he now faces significant prison time along with heavy legal penalties for the consequences of his actions. On the 26th of July, 2023, in Jennings, Missouri, officers with the St. Louis County Police Department were engaged in a high-speed pursuit of a stolen vehicle. As they moved through the area near Walgreens, the situation escalated suddenly when a collision occurred, leaving one officer injured during the pursuit. From that moment on, the operation shifted into emergency mode, with units coordinating over the radio to quickly contain the suspect before the situation became even more dangerous.
Camera stay on? Yeah. I'm gonna wait till they... No, we're calling it though. They're second. Second one went this way.
White body SUV struck a policeman. White body SUV struck a policeman. That's clear.
Watch out, watch out!
They go around my car.
We got the road. But you radio's gone.
The turning point comes when the suspect suddenly loses control and crashes to the ground. In an instant, officers rush in from multiple directions, closing the distance with no hesitation. Commands are shouted rapidly, "Don't move," as one officer secures the upper body while another locks down the arms to eliminate any chance of resistance. The rough, gravel-covered surface makes every movement risky, but the officers maintain full control. Within seconds, the suspect is pinned to the ground, completely neutralized, ending the pursuit with a fast, precise, and high-pressure takedown.
Both hands! Both hands! Don't move! They got him! They got him! They got him!
Everybody's been cut.
We have everybody?
Yeah. Tax out with right now. He's up and walking.
After the arrest, the consequences of the pursuit become clear. A prior collision with a pole left both the suspect and others injured, requiring immediate medical assistance. As officers attempt to identify him, the suspect initially refuses to provide his name and becomes uncooperative, but later admits he fled out of fear while transporting a family member. Further checks reveal a history of drug use. The suspect, identified as Tyler Brooks, is taken into custody and faces multiple serious charges, including vehicle theft, fleeing law enforcement, causing a crash, and obstruction potentially leading to several years in prison. On the 16th of January 2019, in West Memphis, Arkansas State Police attempted to stop a vehicle for a traffic violation, no license plate, and improper use of high beams. But instead of complying, the driver hit the gas and fled, turning a minor violation into the beginning of a pursuit that would end in deadly consequences.
Check. 7-4, that truck is coming up.
Check.
Check for take the lead. Northbound, MLK. That's the truth, I have it. I'm still calling out. Check for northbound, MLK. Trevor just been in southbound, MLK.
The pursuit quickly spirals out of control as the suspect aggressively cuts across lanes and even drives into oncoming traffic, every move risking a fatal collision. Even as the vehicle begins to fail, they refuse to slow down, pushing forward with no regard for anything around them. When they enter a residential area, the danger multiplies. Tight streets, homes just feet away, and civilians unknowingly in the path of chaos. Officers are forced to stay close, balancing pressure with control. But at this point, it's clear the suspects are willing to do anything to escape, even if it means crashing through whatever stands in their way.
45 miles an hour. North on 14, north on 14. Yeah, but I'm at this time.
You can box me in right here.
Alright, continuing north on McCallum, north on McCallum. I'm going to Where are your units? Still north. Still north, coming up on Barton. I got 18, service road. Yeah, get up to the service road. It's gonna be tough.
The situation reaches a critical breaking point when the suspects drive directly into officers, dragging one of them and running over his leg. Faced with an immediate threat to life, officers are forced to open fire. The suspects are later identified as Megan Rivera, 32, and D'Angelo Brown, 30, both pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators confirmed the pair had just committed a carjacking, and inside the vehicle, officers found cocaine along with a high-powered rifle. The injured officer suffered severe leg injuries and required multiple surgeries.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground, motherfucker!
At a car dealership in Bington, Illinois, a group of suspects quickly breaches the gate and takes control of multiple vehicles within seconds. At first, it appears to be just another vehicle theft until one of the cars leaving the lot turns out to be a police patrol unit. In an instant, the situation shifts from theft to a dangerous pursuit, where a police vehicle is now being used by the suspects to escape.
190, they just rammed me. They're ramming the gate. Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground, motherfucker! Oh. 190 more Porsches are being stolen.
Get on the ground. What's the name? Just told my squad car. He's heading towards you, Ryan.
The pursuit rapidly becomes extremely dangerous as the suspect drives the stolen police vehicle at high speed across snow-covered roads. In these conditions, even the smallest mistake can lead to total loss of control. And that's exactly what happens. The vehicle skids and slams into a civilian car. The impact traps the victim inside, turning a pursuit into an emergency rescue situation within seconds.
Hey, let me see your fucking hands! We're at Dundee and Ela.
Dundee and Ela. Ambulance over the units here. And then another vehicle. We got somebody in the woods. Somebody's in the woods.
Why are you moving, dude? Yeah, this guy.
After the crash, the suspect abandons the vehicle and runs into a nearby wooded area, but officers quickly track him down and subdue him using a taser. The suspects are later identified as Tavarius Jackson, 27, and Lamont Jackson, 23, now facing serious charges including fleeing and possession of a stolen vehicle. They could face multiple years in prison, while their reckless actions left an innocent victim seriously injured. On the morning of the 24th of July, 2025, in Indianapolis, police responded to reports of a woman shot. When they arrived, Nola McNary was found in critical condition and later died. Investigators quickly determined it was a domestic incident, and the suspect, 76-year-old Walter McNary, had fled in an SUV. Officers quickly located the vehicle and moved in behind it. When emergency lights were activated, McNary refused to stop and continued fleeing. The situation escalated instantly. This was no longer a search, but an urgent effort to stop a suspect who had already committed a violent act. Without warning, the suspect turns and opens fire on officers. They immediately take cover and return fire. As another unit arrives, he fires again. Gunshots echo repeatedly, forcing officers to react within seconds to protect their lives under direct threat. The confrontation ends when Officer Robinson comes face to face with the suspect aiming a weapon. With no other option, he fires. Walter McNary is struck and later dies. 2 patrol vehicles are hit multiple times by gunfire, yet remarkably, no officers or civilians are injured.
Go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get...
A New Mexico State police officer pulls over to assist a man with a flat tire. The interaction appears completely routine, just another moment of helping someone on the roadside. There's no sign of danger, no tension, but within seconds, what seemed like a harmless situation turns into the beginning of one of the most brutal attacks against a law enforcement officer.
Hey, bud.
Got a flat tire, you can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store, you get me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real quick, but nobody's open tonight.
Well, that's fine, I'll get to town. I just come back to get the car.
Okay, go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get...
Without warning, the man suddenly pulls out a gun and opens fire at close range. When he realizes the officer is still alive, he fires multiple additional shots to finish the attack. He then drags the officer's body, places it into the patrol vehicle, and drives away. In just moments, an act of assistance becomes a deliberate and calculated killing carried out with chilling precision. Officer Justin Hare is later found on the roadside in critical condition and dies before reaching the hospital. The suspect, Jeremy Smith, 33, crashes the stolen patrol vehicle, then steals another car before being taken into custody. Investigators later reveal that just 2 days earlier, he had also kidnapped and murdered a healthcare worker. Facing multiple severe charges, Smith is now subject to mandatory life imprisonment without parole, and prosecutors may seek the death penalty.